guys, today we got a deck profile today, and today we got Evilswarms. Evilswarms are kind of an anti-mana kind of deck. They're most notorious for having Ophion, which is basically a floodgate, and it stops level 5 or higher monsters from being special summoned. So during the format we have right now in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's probably not the greatest deck to use, but it's still a fun deck to use any time, I guess you could say. But maybe during Blue Eyes, when Blue Eyes was a thing, like a few months ago, then this deck was running rampant. But yeah, let's get started. First off, we got 3 Evilswarm CASTOR. He's one of the main monsters of the deck. During the turn he was normal summoned. You can normal summon a Evilswarm monster in addition to your normal summon or set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. So basically the main play you want to see, main guy you want to see turn 1 in your hand, because he just helps get Ophion on the field turn 1. And yeah, so always running him at 3. Next I got 3 Evilswarm KERYKEION. With him, and he's in the graveyard, he can so when he's sent to the graveyard the turn, you can normal summon a Evilswarm monster for 1 less tribute, and you can banish 1 Evilswarm monster from your graveyard, then target another one from your graveyard to add to your hand, then you get another normal summon. Only for Evilswarm monsters. So again, another good way of getting Ophion on the field and help get other rank 4s out. Next, 3 Evilswarm MANDRAGORA. She's kind of like a smaller cyber dragon, I guess you could say. Basically, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon her from your hand. So pretty good if you're going second and you have her in your first turn, have her in your opening hand, and your opponent has a monster, you can just special summon her. Then if you have another Evilswarm monster, you get your normal summon and then go into a rank 4 into Ophion or any other rank 4 you have in the situation. So yeah, pretty good card for the deck. Next, 1 Rescue Rabbit to help bring out 3 Evilswarm HELIOTROPE. So with Rescue Rabbit, it helps get these out, which then it will be a turn 1 rank 4. Now the only downside to Rescue Rabbit, he could get Effect Veiled or Breakthrough Skill, which will stop the play entirely. But when it does go off, it succeeds really well. And then lastly for the monsters, we got 1 Evilswarm Thunderbird. It's an okay card. Basically, when a card or effect is activated during either player's turn except during the damage step, you can banish him. And during the next standby phase, he returns to the field, and he gains 3 attack. It's okay. I wish it was negate the effect that goes off, but that's just how it is. The 300 attack boost, it is, I think, kind of irrelevant, I think, but him coming back when you have an established board, you could go into a Xyz play, or just have a little bit of field presence. And next for the spells, I run 2 Infestation Pandemic. Some people run it at 3. I run it at 2 because I feel like it can get a little bit bricky at 3, because sometimes you might see it when you don't want to see it. And I only use it to help protect Ophion when she's on the field. But still a really good card. You could run it 3 if you wish, but for me, I run it at 2. Next, 1 Reinforcement in the army. Most of your monsters in here are warrior types like CASTOR and KERYKEION, so this fits perfectly in the deck. 1 the warrior returning alive to help bring back KERYKEION from the graveyard, or to help get CASTOR back as well. And next for draw power, I got 2 Power Duality and 1 Upstart Goblin. They're fine. I would much rather have Allure Darkness, and it's kind of just draw 2 cards and you banish Dark Monster from your hand. It feels way better in the deck because it goes along with the deck, because all the monsters are Dark type anyway. But for now I have these, and they work just fine. The only downside to Power Duality, you can't special summon during the turn you activate it. and Upstart Goblin is limited, and you give your opponent 1,000 life points, but basically that life point gaining you're giving them doesn't really mean anything after you're beating the crap out of them. Next, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, just for back row destruction. Nothing really to say about that. And one last spell would be RAIGEKI to destroy your opponent's monsters. And on to the traps. 2 Infestation Infection. Basically with this, you can shuffle 1 Evilswarm monster from your hand or face up on the field into the main deck and add a Evilswarm monster from your deck to your hand. So this is kind of like a good way of just like if you have something in your hand that you don't want to see right now, you can just shuffle it back, add the thing you want. So like if let's say you had like HELIOTROPE, you didn't want him, you shuffle him back, you can add a CASTOR if you don't have him already, or KERYKEION, and just go from there. Next, 1 Solemn Warning and 1 Solemn Strike. Staples obviously help get rid of special summons to help protect. 1 Quaking and 1 Storming to help like just disrupting attack position monsters your opponent controls and to help protect. And next, 1 Compulse to send stuff back. 1 Torrential Tribute as a field nuke. 1 Magic Cylinder as a kind of just random burn option you can do. You don't have to run it, but I decided to run it just because it's funny when you put it off against somebody. And then 1 Bottomless and 1 Floodgate Trap Hole. Bottomless banishes and Floodgate Trap Hole is kind of like Quaking, just put it face down. You can't really do anything with it after that. 1 Soul Drain to like get rid of graveyard effects and stuff that activates effects when they're banished. 1 Xyz Reborn to help bring back an Xyz monster. If, like, let's say you have Ophion that got destroyed, it's in the graveyard, you can use this to bring it back, and it has a material, so then the Floodgate effect goes off again. And 1 Black Horn of Heaven to help get rid of extra deck monsters. And then lastly, in the main deck, I got 1 Breakthrough Skill to get rid of pesky effects. Now on to the extra deck. 3 Evilswarm Ophion, basically the MVP of the deck, and the guy that basically has made this deck famous. Again, he's a Floodgate. He's pretty easy to summon, just 2 level 4 Evilswarm monsters. And he can search out Infestation Pandemic to help protect him even more. So yeah, main guy of the deck, always, you can run him at 2 maybe, but I run him at 3 because I just want to have him out in the field as long as possible. Next, 1 Evilswarm Bahamut. Again, 2 level 4 Evilswarm monsters. He's pretty cool. You can detach 1 and then target a face-up monster your opponent controls and discard 1 Evilswarm monster and then take control of that opponent's monster. So he's kind of like, what is it called? Brain control, I think, or mind control, whatever the two. He's pretty much that. Next, 2 Evilswarm Ouroboros. This card I don't really go into much, but when I do, it's pretty fun to pull off. With him, he has 3 effects, and you can only use them once. His first effect is target 1 card your opponent controls return to the hand, so it's pretty much Compulse. Send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. And then the last one is target 1 card of your opponent's graveyard and banish it, so kind of like DD Crow. So yeah, pretty situational. I mean, I go into him sometimes when if I'm in controlled duel and I need something to just keep disrupting. So then I go into him. I wish it was only 2 level 4 monsters because then it would get into him more easily. But that's just how it is, I guess. And then 1 Evilswarm Nightmare. He is any 2 level 4 darks, and when your opponent special summons a monster or monsters except on the damage step, you can detach 1 and then change those special summon monsters or monsters to face down defense position. So kind of like a Book of Moon, or if they special summon a bunch of monsters, you can just bulk of Eclipse their field. Next, 1 Cargorgon to redirect effects. 1 Gymnite Pearl. I'm thinking of taking this out for a different rank 4 at the moment. I don't know what yet. Number 66, Master Key Beetle, to help, again, with more protection to protect Ophion. So if you had Ophion on the field, you can get him out to help protect him even more. 1 Dark Rebellion to help get over big monsters. 1 Gaga Cowboy just in case you're going in for game. 1 Castel to send stuff back. 1 Abyss Dweller to help get rid of graveyard effects. And lastly, I run 1 number 101 Silent Arnarch to help steal attack position, especially on monsters. So yeah, that was basically the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy, and you have any questions about this deck, leave them down in the comment section below. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.